Okay, and can you hold it for me? So it's a T10. So, yeah, this is oh, never mind. So can you like focus or like kind of get closer here? So what you do, you kind of like push this down and over like that. So I'll just show them again. Push down and over. And that comes out. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 T10 screws. Then you're going to undo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips. So just kind of like push them out. Using a flat head helps as well. So now on the back of here, now I'm really using a flat head. So you're going to, like if you could zoom in on the hole, you're going to kind of push those out. Same thing over here. There's another one. So I'm going to kind of like push out, and then up here you have that one. And then once those three are all kind of like out, you have to kind of just like give it some force. Like that, and it comes out. So now you have to kind of take these out very carefully. This is a very safe and easy way that I found how to do it. Oh, this one just didn't, that's not supposed to happen. guess that just broke off. That's the first time that ever happened. Menu. Alright, so now once that's done, gotta be careful with doing that because kind of had some stuff break on me there. So all I did here was just undo these 4 clips. And this one here too. And now, let's say, this whole thing kind of broke off now. Oh no, it's in here. There you go. So it does go back in. That happens to you. And, yeah. So let's say this one is broken here. All right, this box, which would be for the tachometer. All right, if you try opening it, you're gonna have to glue it back together. So what I recommend doing is replacing the whole unit together, and to do that you'd have to desolder 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to desolder them, but before you do that you're gonna have to use like a smaller flathead that I don't have right now here, like for a jewelry set maybe, or like a small flathead, and you just kind of push through there, push through here, and then you'd push through on this white one here. It's gonna have to take a good amount of force. Wait, so you can push down on it. As you can see, that worked pretty well. And you kind of want to push this little grommet through, which it will. But as you can see on the other side, it's already coming loose, and you can kind of like shimmy it with your flathead carefully. There's not, if you're careful, you won't damage the board. Just try not to hit any of the electrical components. Having a smaller flathead is definitely helpful here. And now, since these are all now recessed, the only thing left would be to get a soldering gun and to desolder these 4 metal connections, and that way it will come out nice and smooth. But for the sake of this video, I will just kind of rip them out to show you what it looks like after. So because I didn't solder it, one of the metal broke off the box, and it's still here. But you can see now that this is where the other metal connection went. And then you also have, what makes more sense to me from this side, right? You can see the metal. So this is where the old one was. Those two here. That's where the, I guess, shaft that controls the needle would come through. And then you would have one of these two with the central pushing white dot. And you'd also have these two here to where you'd push them through. So with a soldering gun, it shouldn't take long to melt these. It'll come out quickly. And then you would, I guess, come to a pull apart like this, and you could buy the whole board or something. I bought the whole board. It cost me like $40. So I'd say it's better than replacing the entire cluster. Well, I bought the whole cluster for $40, but the issue with replacing the whole cluster is you mess up the mileage, and this is beneficial. And if you were to swap the needles for different colored ones, or the face, the tachometer face, to change it from the miles per gallon face to the oil temp gauge like I did, then it may occur where one of your needles would stop working. And for me, my tachometer stopped working, and I was able to do this. So, and to get it back on, it's pretty simple. I'll just use the same one here. And what you can do is, I kind of be like going from this direction to line it up. So it would go in like this. You'd have the two on the bottom and then the two on top. I like kind of centering the middle one first. And I'm gonna have to kind of get that metal one to cooperate with me again. But yeah, in essence, sort of try and line up the middle two. And this becomes easier if you have the soldering iron, because that way you're able to sort of free up the holes to where the metal contacts go through. But as you can see, those two line up, and they just for demonstrations, they pump through like you see here. So you would just go in, and I would recommend taking a soldering iron and kind of opening these spaces a little bit so that you have an easier time placing the metal wires through. And then once you're done, and it kind of snaps back into place with a good amount of pressure, not too much obviously, you would then take some lead and make the connections back up again to the board. And that worked for me. So it sits flush. I'd recommend doing this over opening the motor and trying to, fix whatever is inside, because I tried doing that several times and it didn't work, and you'd have to end up sealing it back shut properly, and opening without breaking the clips is really difficult. So yeah, any questions, just pop them in the comments below.